Hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Punyabal Shah, your host, and today we have Pushpak Chazed with us. Yeah, uh, Pushpak will introduce himself.
Hello, hello everyone. Myself Pushpak, and I work as a software engineer in Laravel. I mainly work on packages like Boost, MCP, um, Roaster, and there are other couple of other packages which I work. So
Hmm.
that's mostly about me. I've been coding in Laravel for I think last now 5, 6 years,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's about me.
Okay, we have some audience today.
Hello.
Hi, hi Alex. Hi Javier. W Pushpak.
I know. Alex has was talking about me on the Nuno stream.
Hmm. Yeah. So he's a coma viewer. We also have a Jigar Dula. Hopefully he. Oh, like he got the time for us.
You are big now.
Okay. Hmm?
You are a big
Yeah.
personality, so everyone is making time for you.
I think it's about you, not me. Okay. Let's go. Mm, so we're gonna talk about Boost 2.0 and maybe like 2.1 as well because I think you have released 2.1 as well. So we're gonna talk about like what's new in Boost 2.0, 2.1, right? Firstly, then we will try to build something and like try to show that how to utilize Boost when you are working with some Laravel projects.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
yeah, let's start with so what's new in Laravel Boost 2.0.
Do you want to bring the screen over here to show the boost?
Mm, it's totally fine.
Hey, hi
So
everyone. I think there are a lot of people in the stream, so I think it's gonna be good.
yeah,
Hi everyone. I think everyone is doing
hi,
well and enjoying their
yeah,
weekend today.
we
So
got Patricia as well. We got Jigar, we got Visal, we got Amit, we got Purnima, we got Alex, we got Javir. So yeah, let's go.
all amazing guys. All amazing guys.
So
And
yeah, you can
lot
if
of
see if you
HYBs, lot of HYBs also.
yeah hell yeah brother. People don't. I mean, people is like how you been. So you
Oh,
know.
okay. That's a
So
complete different meaning.
oh
It's
yeah. Hmm.
so okay. Are
You
you
know
bringing
like
the boost release page or should I bring that one?
mm, you can do that. Would be
Okay,
cool
perfect then.
because you know better about this topic. Also, we will gonna take questions as well, and I think we have almost 22 or 25 viewers concurrent right now. So maybe it's it's like it's good. After
Okay.
long, we had the same. Hmm.
So
Of course, not just to YouTube. It's about Twitter, LinkedIn, um,
that's nice.
Facebook.
That's nice. That's nice to hear.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
let's go.
people wanted to hear about Boost.
Yeah,
I don't
from
know
you.
if it's that interesting talk, but I will try my best. To be
You
honest,
need
this
to.
talk, this stream is not basically planned anything.
Of
We
course.
haven't planned anything. We're just gonna do all the stuff ad hoc way. So if you have any questions, just post it on the chat,
Yeah,
and I think Punyapal will let me know if there are
sure.
any questions. Yeah. So I'm just gonna open the main release one.
Hmm.
So after that, we did a couple of releases, as you can see.
Yeah.
Mostly were bug fixes, kind of like.
Mm.
So here is the first main thing which got released in the boost, which is a skill
Hmm.
support. Earlier with the boost, the earlier version of boost only had a guideline support. So there were no concept of a
Hmm.
scale like or something like that. So whatever
Okay.
agent instructions which we need to pass on to the agents, we were
Hmm.
using or passing through. guidelines. And guidelines was nothing
Um,
but a big file where you are just dumping whatever knowledge or whatever things your agent is not getting right, and then you are just making sure that next time whenever you are asking the
mhm,
same question, those things will improve. So that's a simple concept of the
mhm,
guideline. But now the skill is little different, and we're going to talk about skills in more detail. But for now, the skill support is the major part, and that's why we decided
mhm,
to release as a major version because it's changed the how underlying boost works behind the scenes.
mhm,
So, for
I think
example,
we can. Mhm. We can also maybe like open a IDE and create a project, and along with we can also like explain maybe. What do you think?
yeah, sure. So let we can definitely do that. So the one
Mm-hmm.
major support, the main one major feature was the skill support. The second
Yep.
thing which we added is couple of improvements to the user experience whenever someone runs Boost install. Earlier, if you know, if you are typing PHP artisan Boost install, it used to ask for two times that which coding or coding editor you are using, and then which agents you need
Mm-hmm.
guideline for. So these are two questions which were asked you. But then we realized that ideally agent is the correct abstraction we want to go forward with instead of the ID or agent. So instead of that, we decided that we're just gonna follow one agent abstraction, which we can extend because agent is the only true thing in this case. Last time when we decided the boost, there was no lot of people, not a lot of people were using agents. Even there was a lot of skeptical about how this gonna behave. But now everyone started using Claude Code, Copilot, any sort of GitHub Copilot or Cursor. They know that this is an agent is gonna interact with your application, interacts with your guidelines, and interacts with your skills also. So that is the abstraction we choose for the 2.0. And then we also add one small command. So, so whoever wants to use the third party skills, which currently a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
are publishing their own skills. For example, if you are working on some package and you think that agent is not aware about this package, you can just extend the skill or you can download the skill from the GitHub directly using the Boost PHP Artisan Boost add skill command. And then from there, you can just start working with that skill without doing a lot of manual things yourself. So that's there. Now I think we have talked more about it, and let's dive into the application. So I haven't run any application. Let me share my complete screen so everyone can see this.
Sure.
Okay, so Alex is saying I tried Boost this week with the Copilot, and this is good. Yes, Alex, I
For.
think if you are using very good models and decent models also, like Sonnet 4.5 or maybe Kimi 2.5 or ChatGPT
Mm-hmm.
5.2 Codex, Boost works really well. Even if you're using a very high-end model, then it's also working really, really, really well. Still in our so we have at Laravel we have a evals created for the Boost.
Mm-hmm.
That day does is basically they try to run this agent with Boost and without Boost to understand what are exactly the gaps Boost is solving. At the same time, if we give the any task without any extra help or without any extra prompt, are they able to complete the task complete like in a correct way with the correct code structure, code style, or whatever you expect a good agent to do your complete your task. And we still identified a couple of gaps. So the goal for Boost in the coming next days a lot of new improvements in terms of the guidelines, in terms of the skills. We're going to try to target all those sort of areas so that actual output with the boost improves a lot. Right now, I would say it's a very decent. And when I run the evals and I have seen the result, it's literally 40% better in terms of the task completions
Mm-hmm.
also. So, for example, let's suppose without if you're not using boost and if you're just using raw model or normal just basic guidelines, then let's suppose your AI agent will perform able to do task 10%, 20%, or maybe 40% of the times correctly. Okay. But if you started using Boost, we have identified in our test that agents will, on average, it's gonna able to perform 70% of the times correctly without
Yeah,
you need to do any, without you overriding any guidelines, without you changing any stuff which comes directly out of the box with the boost.
correct. Vikas is saying, yeah, pairing with Boost with native PHP unlocks a lot of new flows.
Yes,
And
sadly, I haven't tried that. I talked with Shane and native PHP team at Laracon India. We had a lot, very interesting discussion around how we're gonna make sure the boost really pairs nicely with the native PHP. I also promised them that I'm gonna try and see if I'm gonna able to contribute something back to native PHP so that we can improve the native PHP code generation as well.
mhm,
So far, I didn't have got the time, so I haven't worked on that. But yes, the moment I get the time, it's on my list of the backlogs which I need to do. So the moment I get the time, I'm gonna do that.
okay.
And I hope
Alex,
hopefully after that the native PHP output will be much better.
okay. Alex is saying, but Boost, do you connect with your database Boost? Uh, I don't know what it was, but more
Yes.
information from your database.
Okay. So Boost also comes with a MCP server, and MCP server has couple of tools to get information about your application. So for example, which database driver you use, which table your database has. It's able to query the database. Like if it's let's say suppose while testing it, try to create an endpoint, and then it need to verify if the whatever action it was taken, it's correctly done into the database or not. So it's able to actually interact with the database. So you don't have to connect with database of sorts. So if your .env file is correct, Boost basically checks that .env file and try to perform query directly on the database based on that connection. So you don't need to
Gotcha.
manually do anything. If your application setup is working perfectly fine, all the things will work out of the box without doing anything. So you don't need to
Gotcha.
do any extra connection, but most of the information about your database tables, how the relationships are, how the data and everything Boost with the agents can actually access that information with the help of Boost.
Mhm. Okay, Javir have one a question. What if I update Laravel Boost from 102 to will it automatically publish the skills?
You have to run PHP Artisan Boost install after updating, and then I think it will do it.
Okay. The browser log feature is also make it easy to get logs from native PHP's web view.
Okay, yeah, I think we talked about it. I think I have to jump
Uh,
into the native PHP a bit more.
yeah, yeah. I think we can go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm just gonna do new Laravel new
Till then, if you have guys any questions,
boosting.
mm, you can zoom a bit. Yeah. So now the Laravel logo looks awesome.
Okay, which one do you want to go with? I'm
None.
fine with you.
What do you say?
Huh?
View is okay. View is fine as well. There is nothing to do with View Live Air or something today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So till the
Ah,
time we do the
we have
installation,
one
we can.
question.
Yeah.
We have one question. So, uh, can
Can boost
Boost
use
used for
for
legacy PHP or Coordinator 3? Hmm.
no, sadly, Boost is only supported on PHP 8.2 and Laravel 11 now for Boost 2.0. Boost 1
Mm-hmm.
is still available on PHP 8.1 and Laravel 10. So if you are still on that
Mm-hmm.
version, then you can use Boost. Code Igniter is not there. It's specifically created for the Laravel and not any other framework, not even normal basic PHP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, because you need that MCP package as well, and I mean
Yes, there
some
is a
components.
no. I think it won't. Not just the MCP package. It's very tightly coupled with Laravel. You need a
Uh,
lot of dependency of Laravel in order to make everything works. And
okay.
why we will create a package for Code Igniter or any other legacy PHP, right?
Taylor knows.
Yeah, we want to
That
make
will
a
be
Laravel
bit tricky.
based framework for every single thing. So we are just focusing on that.
Yeah, I also see one thing like Ashley and Nuno is cooking something, but they are not sharing with anyone. It's for Lara Con EU. I'm pretty excited for that. I mean, they are building more and more AI stuff
Yeah.
and waiting is tough. Le-
Yes. So as you can see, it's now asking Boost which
about
features of Boost you wants to install.
oh yeah.
If you have run this command in the no
Hmm.
interaction mode, then it will basically default it to all of this features and all like it's gonna respect the config if it's already been installed and all sort of things. Right now we selected AI guidelines, agent skills, and the Boost MCP server configuration. Now it's asking which third-party AI guidelines you want to
I,
install.
um, I had a question.
Okay.
So I wanted to know if I want to use just skills and I'm not want to use AI guidelines, will it be good choice?
It will be but see the boost comes actually with package all of these three things combined. So
Yeah.
the way we have written guidelines and the way we have written the skills, they actually complement with the MCP, and the same way MCP also complements with the skills and guidelines. So if you are using only the skills, it will work, no problem, nothing will happen. But the output you are expecting, it won't be that good. If you are just
Hmm.
decided to use MCP and not using guidelines or the skills, then also the same thing will happen because in the guidelines we teach AI how to use a lot of Boost MCP
Correct.
and all sort of stuff.
Correct. Correct.
And
Hmm.
that's what my feedback is. Always use skills guidelines, and we have make sure that we have make sure that anyone who wants to extend the boost as much
Yeah.
as they want, they are easily able to do it
Yeah.
without doing a lot of effort. So if you don't like any boost guidelines which you think like this is not a good guidelines for my application, you can go
Hmm.
easily and change that guidelines. You don't have to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Also, one thing was that like someone had someone is like Caleb has done a PR on Boost to make overriding skills and guidelines better in a better
Yeah,
way.
I was reviewing that. So I like the idea in general, but I'm not sure about if we need that functionality at this
Oh
point
yeah.
because like if you need to override, and I think 99% of the time I have seen someone they are not overriding Boost default guidelines. They are just adding their own guidelines. 99% of the time, like
Yeah.
1% of application where in Laravel also like we have like 1% of use case where we have override
Yeah.
the inertia guidelines, but that's also
Again,
very rare.
yeah. Again, you can do include right at the end. I mean, if you want, like, just create a blade file and include the kind of stuff you can
We
do, right?
so there are a lot of ways to solve that specific problem. Like if you
Yeah.
want to add a guideline at specific position of the guideline, then you can maybe use that blade approach, maybe the approach which Caleb
Yeah.
mentioned, where they just based on the file name only, you can just
Hmm.
configure which place it needs to go through.
Okay.
Uh, that's there. Apart from that, there are other also like we extend some kind of a function where in .ai you create extra PHP function and then you just get a preprocessor kind of thing where before publishing the guidelines, it will go through that preprocessor function and you can do all sort of things what you want with the guidelines. So you will get a guidelines.
Yeah.
Now, based on that, you want to replace with any other, you can do it. All sort of things. There are
100%.
multiple solutions. The only thing which I'm thinking on it's the feature which everyone is talking about. It's not even 1%. I would say 0.1% of user are extend like replacing the boost default by default guidelines. I'm not asking like they are adding their
Yeah.
own custom guidelines, but only very short percentage of user just extending those guidelines. And
Oh yeah.
now also with the boost skills, we have make sure the guidelines are very uh, non-opinionated. What I mean by non-opinionated are they are not by a specific convention that you have to do this or you have to do that. They're very non-opinionated. So if you feel that
Yeah.
if you still want to override those, you are there is currently you can do it just by overriding it. Currently, there is no way to override at a specific position,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's there. Uh,
Okay.
there are a
There is
lot of
one.
questions. I think we want to go
Yeah.
by.
There is one question, which is like Laravel is in future goes by tune like JSON. I think there was when PR got rejected, so I think it will take time, right?
The philosophy with Tune is basically it is not well adopted by the industry yet. It's
Mm-hmm.
good. It's showing result. It's by contextual twice and the retrieval. While it's good on the benchmark side, but in the real world, still a lot of people end up using JSON. And
Mm-hmm.
for now, also at least, if JSON is a standard and it makes sense to support JSON, and unless
Oh yeah.
there most of the tools start supporting tool, I think even a lot of other packages or the frameworks didn't support it Tune
Mm.
as a first party. It's a package at the end of the day.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's like kind of a you can just create a Tune to JSON library with PHP and then you can use that. But for now, that's not the plan. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe if it adopted as a standard to provide a structured data in a to structured data to AI agents, maybe we can think about it, but not right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go ahead. We can take remaining question later, I guess. That will be a good
Sure.
idea.
So
Yeah.
I can just show you right now how does this Fortify thing works. You
Mm-hmm.
can just mark this Laravel Fortify stuff if you
Mm-hmm.
want to install the skills for this. And the way you have to choose is if this package it actually makes sense to add guidelines into your package. For example, you are
Yeah.
using Statimic. For example,
Statemic.
for Fortify, Fortify is a major part of your application. If your auth actually depends on the Fortify, you should definitely publish these guidelines so that whenever AI agent knows how to change the authentication, they will always go to the Fortify stuff. If your application has a filament thing, and it's
Yeah.
like 90% of the application is built using filament, actually, it actually makes sense to publish those guidelines as a filament. Still, let's say only 5% or maybe 1% of application is used using filament, then I don't think you need to publish those and then just add additional context to your guidelines and skills. So that's there. But it's on you who has to take this judgment, like how I have
Yeah.
to add those guidelines. You just don't add a lot of guidelines. It's gonna bloat context at the end of the day. And at the same time, don't don't just select the guidelines which you think will be useful and used across the application. So let's suppose tomorrow if you are using any new package and that's being actually used for a lot of places, then actually you have to add those packages into your application.
Correct.
So and
Okay.
it's not take a lot much context also, but yeah, you have to be mindful. Like if you're gonna just select all the third party packages into your application and then end up adding 1,000 lines into your guidelines, then it does not make sense actually.
Yeah.
It's going to ask
Okay.
us you would like to install herd MCP. I don't want to do it because I don't use that much. And
So
now
hard
as
MCP comes along with Laravel Boost, or it's
no, if it's Laravel Boost ask you question only if it detects that on your machine the hertz is installed.
yeah. So MCP, like hard MCP comes with Laravel Boost.
No, it comes with a herd itself, the herd
Oh.
binary which you download, the herd.exe.
Oh. Hmm. Crazy. Cool.
So
Understood.
it just asks you if you want to install. If you said yes, then it's just gonna it knows how to start that MCP. It's just gonna copy that,
Mm.
put that into your configuration file. That's it. It's
Yeah.
not interact with herd MCP by any way.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know.
I'm
I'm
just
still not. I still don't have idea like why how to utilize hard MCP. But yeah.
it comes with a couple of tools like if you need to check the PHP version, if you need to like basic stuff. I have talked with Marcel in Laracon India. He was telling me he's working on a very interesting project, which I feel gonna be life changing for this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
let him release that one, and once it releases, I think it's gonna make all of our life a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna select like earlier it used to ask this question twice, right? Which agent and which editor you want to use.
Oh yeah.
So we changed this also because now everything is a agent's point of view and nothing is like ID or this is agents. So this is a major kind of a refactoring behind the scenes. At the same time, we made sure that we provide a very less breaking change approach. So whoever is upgrading from version 1 to version 2, they don't have to do a lot
Mm-hmm.
of heavy lifting.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna say Cloud Code, yes. It's just asking me if I need to run npm. I don't use npm though. I'm just gonna say no. I'm just gonna say boosting.
There is
And
a like, so will use burn, you mean?
yes, I want to use
Oh
one.
yeah.
I nowadays I use one.
So
It's
it
crazy
should,
good.
yeah. So Boost should detect it. Oh, Laravel should detect it. Yeah, I
Boost will also
understood.
detect it. Boost will also detect it, and you don't have to worry about it. I'm just gonna run build.
No, Boost will detect it. I understood that, but the what I understood is when you are installing, creating a new project. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like Boost. Laravel installer should ask like for what you are using npm or something like that. It will be a bit.
So let me open
Yeah.
this one. I'm gonna open inside. Let me know, guys, if font
Hmm.
size.
Oh yeah. So you are using PHP from?
No, it's a Z. I
Oh,
started using it for
oh,
last week. I think I'm enjoying this one now a lot.
it's a Z.
Z.
Oh, I think I heard of it, but quite.
So this is there. Now,
Mhm.
if you look at the booster.json, so this is a
It's still not
configuration file.
visible, to be
It's not
honest.
visible.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
visible
now it's
now?
quite better. Hmm.
Okay, perfect. I think this is good. Um, so it's gonna publish the boost.json file. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have to manually change anything. It's just for the boost to understand whenever you next time you run any specific stuff, it's just gonna handle it for you. You don't have to do
Mm-hmm.
anything. Yes, it looks very neat, and that's it. You don't have to do any sort of specific stuff here.
Yeah.
Now, if we look at the things that published, there is this skills folder which has been published in .cloud file, and then there is this cloud.md. These are the two things which has been published in terms of the
Mm-hmm.
guidelines and skills, and then there is this one mcp.json file which got published, which basically tells Claude to whenever you start yourself, this is a MCP server you need to start, and this is how you can start it: PHP, Artisan, and Boost MCP. Is it blurry? Still,
Okay.
people saying ID is
Blurry
not.
means maybe like it will be a bit internet issue or kind of,
Is
could
it?
be possible. It looks quite blurry for me as well, but not that much if we see into the YouTube link. But yeah, we can continue. I guess it's quite readable. I mean, it's not like you cannot read. Yeah.
So now you see these are the guidelines which comes up, and it's a very non-opinionated guidelines tells how you can do a lot of stuff, how you can
Hmm.
just not do stupid stuff basically. Like for example, test environment. Every change must be programmatically tested, write a new test or update an existing test, then run the
Hmm.
affected test to make sure they pass. This is
Yeah.
happening because I have installed this in a I have installed this in a fresh application, and because of it, it detected that the
Mm.
code ratio, the taste ratio is not that bad. The file to taste text ratio, and then you can actually enforce the test. If your application does not want to enforce the test, this thing won't be added to your application.
Mm.
Okay. So now it's just telling for, let's say, for inertia V2 guidelines, what exactly telling, use all the inertia features from V1 and V2. Check the
Yeah.
documentation before making changes to ensure the correct approach. It's just telling basic stuff that before doing any change to inertia, just feed the documentation, make sure whatever you are doing is correct. And not very
Yeah.
any specific stuff about your application, how you should write the code or something like that.
Yeah. So same goes with all the guidelines, right? I don't
Now
think
the
you need.
guidelines have been like changed in that way specifically. So
Yeah.
for
Still, I
example,
mean, still it uses more than 50% of the context window.
50%.
Yeah.
No, it's hardly gonna take 5% of the context now.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I was using it, so uh,
So if you look at
uh,
the context,
mhm.
You see, memory files is just taking 2% now.
Mm, nice. So it for me it was like 57% of something like that. I need to cross check again. Like I was using. So you're using Opus.
So
Oh.
it doesn't matter if I like it's most of the models are like 200,000 tokens. So even if
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any model is less than 2,000 tokens right now if you are just using any basic
Okay.
model also.
So
There
that's
could be a
good. I
model
think.
like one
Mhm.
middle context token which are Gemini 3 Flash or something like that. But
Okay.
I think in that case the memory files will be much more smaller also.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. So I think I need to override the old guidelines. Like I need to do boost upgrade or something like that.
I think yes, you should go through your guidelines and see what exactly is being contributed in the guidelines right now at the moment. Hardly my
Yeah.
guidelines right now is only 300 lines of guidelines. If it's more than that,
Mm-hmm.
you have to change, like check what packages guidelines has been added.
Mm-hmm.
Is it updated to Boost 2.0 or not? All that stuff, I think you should definitely check it. Then it
Oh
also
yeah.
check how to do all sort of stuff, or
So
what all
maybe
packages.
yeah, maybe it is also having some files in a that 57% context when I was checking. Could be like that.
Maybe
Yeah.
this could happen.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's move on. Yeah.
So this is what the guidelines added. It also added this new section called the skills activation. It will be added, and we recently fixed this. It will be added if you have selected the skills and the skills has been published here.
Okay.
It will gonna ideally we shouldn't do it,
Mm-hmm.
but when I was testing onto the evals onto myself while I was building this, I noticed that even I mentioned specifically that use this skill, it doesn't use to get activated very correctly. Then
Mm-hmm.
when I add this section where I decided like I did this section, this has domain specific skill available. You must activate the relevant skill whenever you work in that domain. Don't wait until you are stuck. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say, for example, it's gonna if need a wayfinder to do any sort of thing, it's gonna go through the wayfinder guidelines, activate
Mm-hmm.
them on demand instead of just keeping that context every single time, even if it's not
Yeah.
working on the task. So that's there.
So that's the benefit of skills.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
benefit of the skills. And now you see, earlier if I just add the all the skills documentation, sorry, if I just add all the skill content into this guideline, it will be I'm saying you at least 10% of the context, like which is directly from 2 to 10%. And now it's
Mm-hmm.
hardly taking how much? 0.2% for the skills and 1.9% of like hardly 2% of the entire context windows. And I
Mm-hmm.
would say if I just move all the skill content into the memory files, it's gonna almost take 10% of the context.
Mm-hmm.
There was an interesting study published by Vercel in
Mm-hmm.
which they run only with the guidelines and only with the skills. And their result was skill does not work correctly. So, like if guidelines are able to work 100% of the time, skill only works 76% of the time.
Mm. Jigar is saying, can I say skills helps guidelines to be modular?
Yes, kind of. It's kind of keeping, it's gonna keep those guidelines in one specific skill. For example, you need to teach your AI agent how to do specific kind of stuff. You can modularize them by uh, specific domain or specific knowledge skills of sort.
Mhm. There is an interesting question. How can I confirm that the agent you has used a skill?
We will come to that, and I'm going to show you how you can do that also. But
Okay, so let's go ahead. Yeah.
let me first tell you that so they run the eval on two dataset where they were only using guidelines and they were only using skills, and they identified that if they provide guidelines, the output was 100% of the time correctly, even if it was like a very big guidelines, like thousand, 10,000 of lines. And the same time, even if the skills and they mention that the skills you need to use the skills, it was not correct. Like the output was only 76 or something like that, similar in that range.
Oh.
So output was much bad when they were using skill. But they were only using either skill or either guidelines. They were not using the hybrid approach. What we decided to do with the boost earlier, because in our testing also that the same thing we noticed that with the skills, it not it's not able to activate skills most of the times. And then if it's not able to activate the skill, then your guidelines are not able to correctly then basically the output and the task which you asked, it's not gonna work correctly.
Mhm.
So what we decide, we're gonna make a hybrid approach where we just gonna add some guidelines also, which we feel which are very, very, very necessary for the agent to work across your code base. And then whatever knowledge we can offset to the skill. For example, in order to work with a inertia view, right? There can be 10 different features of inertia AI agent decided to use, right? That knowledge is something it needs to only need only when it's working on an inertia specific task or any specific task where you ask to implement that specific feature. It does
Yep.
not need that knowledge every single time. So what we did that we added some knowledge. We decided that let's do one thing. Let's keep essential knowledge in the guidelines only, and then just move the knowledge which we can defer into the skills, which we feel it's not important to the agent or it needs only when it working on that specific task. We decided to move to that skill. And with the help of that, our output was not degraded. It actually improved a lot because now with the help of skills, you are able to provide much more, lot more context, and that basically help us maintain the result. So
Yep.
we decided this hybrid approach here, guidelines plus skills. Either we could have just crush all the guidelines and just decided to support the skills, but in our approach, it didn't work out that correctly. So that's why we decided to go with this hybrid approach. And now let's
Okay.
coming to the and basically we also mentioned like it's gonna actually scan your application and gonna see which package manager you are using. If you are using Sail, then instead of PHP artisan, it's gonna make sure that Sail artisan or something like whatever the environment you are using, right? So that's there. So guidelines are very like it's not gonna be exactly same for both the. It depends on your environment. If you're using buns, so the guidelines will be different. If you're using any other PHP runner, then the guidelines will be completely different.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe we
Okay,
can
so
take some questions later. We can
sure.
move to
Let
the
me just
demo bit.
quickly ask it what all skills we have right now. We have a
Okay.
developing with Fortify, inertia view development, pace testing, 10 will CSS development, wayfinder development. Let's do one specific where we ask it to do any inertia related task.
Mm-hmm.
Can you add new feature related to inertia, a new page to show the new infinite scroll thing as a demo, maybe? I'm not sure it's gonna work correctly or not. I'm just trying it. I'm just gonna see if it's gonna invoke the skills or not. Oh, it's in the plan mode. I think we shouldn't have used the plan mode because then it uses the context like sub agents to do all sort of. Now you see the skill inertia view development has been invoked. It's
Okay. We can.
basically saying that I need to search for the docs using infinite scrolling when visible, merge profs, deferred profs, or something like that for this packages. At the same time, I have to invoke the inertia view development skill. It hasn't invoked yet because it's running the plan mode behind the scenes in order to go through your project, understand how you have set up
Mm-hmm.
everything. And now once it's done, it's gonna create. And if you see this into your cloud code, then that means your skill has been invoked. In the open code, works a little differently. It just tell you that the skill has been invoked. It's gonna ask me for the permission also if do you want to activate the skills or not. Because I think I'm running this for the first time. Not sure if Claude changed that setting or not, but let's see. It's gonna take a lot much time for the planning. That's I'm sure for sure. So the plan was to show basically. I'm just gonna say don't ask again for Laravel boost any of the MCP tools. And now the plan was to show you guys how exactly it looks like whenever you use that skill. I
Mm-hmm.
think something. Yeah, it's trying again. Something failed.
Mm. Interesting. What happened? Find it.
It loaded the skill, successfully loaded the skill. I think the docs is not working. I think the query or maybe the package name is not correctly passed. I think it worked now. So it's
Mm-hmm.
able to search for the docs. Yeah, so it's searching. Let us search behind the scenes and let see how does it perform till the time we can answer the question. So, okay, it's asking for me the permission again. We can answer the question.
Okay.
There are a lot of questions which has been asked.
Mm-hmm. So there is one question. Give PHP 8.5 with Laravel. How usage like describe, sir? I didn't understand much what
Yeah,
you
even
said
I
there.
don't understand. If you are asking how the boost will work with PHP 8.5, then it's already support 8.5 with the proper guidelines and all sort of stuff. So it will
Mm-hmm.
work ideally. I haven't used PHP 8.5 a lot because I my day-to-day work is to work with packages and I have to support the PHP 8.2 and PHP Laravel 12. So I don't always get to use all the updated functionality. It's asking me which model it needs to show on the infinite. I'm just gonna say no need to create model,
Mm-hmm.
just seed data in data.json file and use that
Okay.
as, as a data source.
Okay, I will share it
Okay,
again. I am
I'm
using
using
open code with
OpenCode
the
with
Gemini.
Gemini. Can OpenCode
Yeah.
also show similarly which skills is being used? I think yes, it does show. Let me first install the boost for the OpenCode as well, and then we can I can just quickly show you. Okay,
Yeah. Till then, you wanna like see more questions?
yeah, sure.
Purnima is asking how will Boost work with the Laravel AI SDK now? I think I remember you added a skill for that as well, right?
Yes, I added a skill for it, and it works really nicely. Like at least in my one shorted example, I just ask it to create a simple chat application with the streaming, and it should know a basic stuff about it. And in my testing, all it behaved correctly way, like in a correct way. It was able to do all sort of things. There was some minor issue with the inertia though. Only then when I informed it, it just fixed it itself, and then it gave me a very nice simple chatbot where it was able to remember the information about me. So if I tell in this chat that I am Pushpak, like same way you tell ChatGPT that I am Punyapal, and then in the next chat you start, it knows about you, right? That oh hey hi Punyapal, how are you doing? So that way it works really nicely. And to
Hmm.
show you guys, let me just quickly change the Kimi model because I don't have anything connected right now with this.
So, what is the Kiwi model? Is it free or something like that?
It's cheap model, and
Oh,
I'm not supposed to share this, but in our benchmark, this is the one model which has surprisingly works really well across
oh.
Boost in terms of the efficiency, speed, and the cost. For example,
Mm-hmm.
like if you are looking for a base model to work with the PHP or Laravel application, then I think Kimi K.2 is the best in terms of the speed, in terms of the cost, and in terms of the correctness of the code. So that's how it works.
Mm-hmm. Okay. There is one more question about open code you wanna see.
Yep.
So open code can be used as an extension in VS Code or download it
No, you
completely.
have to. I don't know about it. I mostly use it on CLI. I don't think its extension is available. There is a UI application like which you can click around
Mm-hmm.
and all sort of things. But otherwise, only CLI is there. Here, I
There is
think
one
it comes
more.
with a plan. I'm not sure if it's a correct plan. Just let me go through quickly. A new page to
Okay.
demonstrate an infinite scroll component using static JSON data as a data source. Data people.json 100 fake person record. infinite scroll demo controller where it's gonna use infinite inertia scroll, and then it's gonna correctly use infinite scroll component. And let's ask it to do it, and let's see.
Mm.
So
So there was, I think
I'm
there
gonna
was
ask
a
the same
question.
question what we asked the open code,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Sure.
Let's see if it's able to. I think we did run the skills, so the skills are able to. Skills are there.
Patricio is saying for cloud code and codex try conductor, very quoted. I don't know what's conductor. Do you know?
Conductor is a
He's
tool where it's basically a GUI and you can run all of the multiple AI agents. You don't have to worry about basically you
oh
can spawn a couple of AI agents at the same time. I use this by the way, and oh, sorry, I closed this. Sorry. There is tool called Bunix White Kanban, and there is another called Agents of Empire. I don't know why my shell is taking to start. Even though the memory and the CPU usage is very low.
yeah, you are running agents in parallel, right?
And there was some error with this. I'm not sure what was the error. Let me start the open code again.
Yeah. Patricio is saying that I like the CLI, but UI is good for some tasks.
Yeah, so I tried it conductor when it was very new. I didn't like that for some reason. But I
Mm,
think now I'm using white Kanban and this Agents of Empire. But now I think most of the if anything parallel I need to do, I end up using white
cloud.
Kanban, which is very
Oh,
straightforward, very simple. I can show you if it has started my.
it's something similar where we like it is utilize Git tree.
Yeah, it's using Git work trees behind the scenes.
Mm,
So basically, you can see Agent of Empires. You can just create a new agent of sort. It's gonna ask which tool you want to run, and this is a wipe Kanban. But for GUI, I basically start end up using this one now. Okay, I don't want to listen to you. I'm just gonna create a new project from Git repository, and it's gonna show all the repository. I'm just gonna quickly go to
mm.
projects, boosting.
Patricio is saying it was on my list to try. Please show us, please. I think
Ah,
he's
it's
talking
not
about
Git
Kanban.
repositories. Sorry?
Patricio is saying it was on my list to try. Please show us. So it's must be talking about like Kanban thing.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
it's
talking.
very nice one. So
Mhm. I think you
why
need
it's
to
not
zoom
able
it bit.
to? Okay, boosting test. Let me zoom it. Create. Now it's like very simple UI for you. It's running locally. You don't have to do anything. You just ask your task title. Uh, you can just ask any task title you need. For example, fix bug or something like that. Implement or edit UI or simple small bug. Implement new inertia flash stuff. Now you can add more details about it. Like basically your prompt, like the first prompt which you passed, you can select which agent
Mhm.
do you want to run for, AMP, Claude Code, Codex, whatever you want to run. I'm just gonna do a very simple one. Uh, hello, just to show you how it does work very quickly. It's gonna ask you if you need to ask for approval, what should be the default mode. It should be the Opus or plan mode. If you start with the plan mode first, it's gonna create a plan and then once you confirm it, gonna start implementing it. It also asks you which branch you want to work from. For example, your current branch is main. It's not gonna make any changes into the branch. It's gonna create a new work tree and make all those changes over there. So I'm just gonna select there is one branch only right now. And if you want to add any images, you can add those also. So I'm just gonna create. Now it's creating behind the scene is spawning up the Cloud Code SDK. I just said hello. Let me start by exploring the code base. New inertia flash stuff might, and I think we have added that. So it's gonna check all the start of thing. And yes, it's running on the local server. Um, yes, if ideally you can access it over from just by connecting to this port and with local connection. So yeah, I think that is also possible. I haven't tried that. I haven't thought about it also. But yeah, that is something you can do.
Patricio is too lazy guy, right? He will find the shortcuts. He will look for the shortcuts.
Yes. And so that's how, let me just, for some reason, this K2 thinking is not working. Let's try once. If not, we change the model to KME K.2, the free version, and then we're just gonna try this. So I think this
Patricio
time it worked.
is saying like I need to talk to Claude when I'll do dishes.
Yeah, see, in the open code, it shows like this, the if the skill has been invoked, like the inertia view development.
Mm,
Like even we don't define activate any skills or something like that, it identify I need to use this skill to in order to implement this. It's
yeah.
able to implement that, and now it's just doing all sort of stuff to
Mm-hmm.
implement that task basically.
Mm-hmm. Pusho, can you like build a skill for Claude to do a dishes?
Not today, but maybe someday. Patricio.
Patricio will be happy. Like he will be now. He will like while coding, he will talk to Claude to do dishes in future. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wipe Canva. I think you should try it, guys. Let me.
Okay, let's back to the our boost
Yep,
MCP.
I think we have converged a lot. But yeah, this is how basically the skills are supposed to work. In the skills, basically, it will once it invoke the skill inertia view development, we're gonna go through all this markdown which we have provided on how different types of stuff, if there is no something which how different types of stuff work, and then whenever you have to use infinite scrolling, how you can use it, all sort of stuff, right? And we also mentioned one thing specifically before implementing any of the feature, always use search docs tool so that you have always the updated information about how to use that feature. And that's how it basically works. It just tells your application on how to work with inertia. And it's just gonna, I'm just gonna run this also because it's writing taste now. Ideally, it might have added like enabled the piece testing also, but I'm not sure where it is.
Yeah. So paste skill does not include browser testing, or it does.
So you see here, it decided now it needs to work on the UI and then invoke the Tailwind CSS development skill, specifically
Oh.
when it wants to work on the UI. Not until it was completed and implemented that feature. The
Mm-hmm.
moment it wanted to start with the view page, it went ahead and see that I need now Tailwind CSS skill, and then it implemented it. Somewhere it might have been implemented the paste skill on maybe not also. Like sometime it doesn't invoke the skills. You have to make sure like if you are implementing the test and use this skill or something like that. So that's also there. Oh,
Yeah.
we did we interrupted? Sorry, but let me just ask
Possible.
it to.
Continue. Hmm?
I think we interrupted somehow. Let me just ask it to. No need for the test. Can you tell me how I can test this feature?
From UI.
Yes, just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see what it built. I'm also not sure. I'm just stopping
So
this wipe Kanban thing for now. And by the way, you guys, it gonna start as many work trees possible with you. For your case, you just create as many tasks, and those many work
yeah,
trees, those many cloud code will be spawned behind the things. It's very nice thing. You should definitely check it out if you haven't yet. And a lot of things you can customize the way you want. If
yeah.
you think I don't want to work on this one, you can just delete it or maybe move it to cancel. I'm just gonna delete
Mm-hmm.
this, and then I'm just gonna delete the wipe Kenman also. So it stopped.
Close you.
Perfect.
Hmm?
Lovely. I think it's some reason
Yeah.
this KMK 2.5 thinking model is not working today. This happened
With
morning
open
also
cloud.
when I was let me just run KMK 2.5.
Mm-hmm. Pushpak, Patricia is saying it's 2026. You should not type anything. You should speak and
Yeah, I do that
get
only. Like I
transcribed.
don't type it. I'm just doing it for the demo. Right now, I am doing it for the demo so that you guys can see.
Yeah.
I also
So
don't like to
basically,
type.
yeah, what will gonna happen in future is like right now, if someone asks me to write something on a paper, uh, it get tough for me right now. Like to pick a pen and write something on a paper. In future, you can even will have tougher time for writing typing something on a keyboard.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Even for me, sometimes I don't like to type. Now I think even whenever I want to reply to guys in GitHub, right? I always end up just using this MacBook's speech to text mode and just end up typing through it and then just rewriting it in like just rewriting through the same Apple Intelligence thing. It's like I think 90% of the issues and something I had to reply or maybe something I have to say that this is working or maybe I end up using that. Sometimes if I
Working
have
on
to
my
think,
machine.
yes. So yeah, that's how I do it though.
Hmm.
Let me open this and let's see how it is done. Oh,
Hmm.
blank skin of date.
Because you have open wrong URL or correct?
Okay, maybe I need to go to this.
Hmm.
It's asking me login. Sorry, guys.
Logging to what? Like GitHub?
No, no, it's login to the application.
Oh, can you bypass the login? That you are asking?
Yeah, I'm just asking it to put it outside the login so I don't have to log in.
Oh,
But
you could
why the
also
why the
ask.
way we are seeing the blank screen though?
You could also ask to add some buttons to like quick login.
Hmm. So
But yeah,
it somehow deleted. Let me check web.php. The
right now
welcome
AI
is
is
there.
not
The dashboard
doing
is there.
good.
And it's saying the dashboard is somehow not exported. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Going to infinite scroll demo.
Can you explain your UX design skill? There is a tailwind skill, but I don't know.
Thing is not working. There is
I mean,
error.
how we can add a Figma skill
Can you
to
fix it?
Boost? So someone is
Okay.
asking like, can we expect any UI UX design skill from Boost? I'm still thinking like how it will be useful in Boost. I don't know.
Uh, like so far now we haven't decided, and I don't think we want to take that direction. That's why we have added this thing. If you like any skills which you want, like any UI
Oh
skills
yeah.
out there, there are a lot of UI skills. UI, web design guidelines is one. UI UX
Mm-hmm.
Pro Max is very good one, which a lot of people use. Just copy the, just copy this URL
Oh yeah. So we're gonna
right
do
this
now
thing.
like skills. add like PA skill set or something like that?
Yes, I'm just gonna run PHP Artisan. Why it's taking so much time today to start the shell?
Because you are live. Because you're live.
Maybe that may be
Mm.
the reason. Otherwise, it's not take that much time.
Do you
Hey,
remember that like Taylor's talk, AI
mhm.
SDK, Laracon India?
Yeah,
Something broken on the stage, and without changing anything, it was worked at backstage.
right. Yeah, yeah,
It was like uh,
maybe.
on a second day, someone like asked Taylor like we can say same thing to our managers that it is working just right now. It is not working.
You can definitely. I feel so.
I mean, he just asked like Taylor that if that was solved or not, and Taylor said, "I
Yeah,
have done. I mean, none of the
it's
changes,
still
and
asking
it
for the
worked."
login though.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
should
sure
do
why it's
register.
asking.
I mean, you should do register, right? We are using StarterKit. It will be easy to do. Like so your voice to text stuff is making you lazy, more lazy to type on register as well, right?
Still error out.
Hmm. I don't know. This will be sometimes goes to the infinite loop, and then you need to restart it again.
Yeah, I
Uh,
tried it. So see, for this, I run
mm-hmm,
it add skill one.
mm-hmm.
I just this added that it asked me which skill I need to. It's gonna first fetch the repo from GitHub. It's gonna see which skills are available, and from there it's gonna
Oh,
ask you which
nice.
skills you need it.
So
It
we'll
showed
have
me
like multi-select.
yes, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
If this repository had the multi-select, I don't think it had a multi-select. Let me check it if it has or not.
Yeah, it doesn't have. I guess that's why it's not listed. If it is, I mean,
Yep, doesn't have that. Yeah, it only have one skill. Now, if you're gonna just create UI UX Pro Max, if you see here in the dot agents and maybe dot cloud, the UI UX skills already been imported. You don't have to do anything, but it's okay. That's so you can see here. So the thing which has happened here is it's basically it might be bug with the boost where
mm-hmm.
it's a symbolic link to another repository. So ideally it hasn't resolved that symbolic link. It just downloaded this as a file.
Gotcha.
Maybe this is an actual bug. I haven't tested this before this on this symbolic link stuff.
Oh yeah.
But this is how the skilled installation work to in
Mm-hmm.
a short.
So now you can
So
add. I mean, any skill you want.
yeah, you can add any skill. You can just go here on the skills.sh. There are a lot of directories out there. You can just go to any of the good
So
directories
Laravel skills are not listed there, is it?
because it comes directly with the boost, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do any
Like so,
installation.
you have like a paste skill, and you have a tailwind skill. I mean, can be used with other packages as well if they want. I mean, is it possible to use?
They can just copy paste manually right now. But the way we have designed the skills, they are not actually supposed to work without the MCP server or boost.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let me see
Mm-hmm.
now if the demo works.
Mm-hmm. There are some errors though on a console. Mm-hmm.
What is doing today, Claude? It's still erroring
Mm.
out, brother.
For me, like from this February, it's like if I try ask to solve something, it adds more bugs. Then I I mean, I don't continue to chat with him. I just reset what he it has done. Then I start
Uh,
chatting again. Literally, it is frustrating. I mean, l- frustrating
it's saying
right now.
that the Wayfinder route has not been added, but the moment we run Composer
Mm-hmm.
run Dave, the Wayfinder route gets added automatically. I'm just not
Mm-hmm.
gonna run Composer run Dave completely. Let us fix the error first and then see what happens. I want to see the input, and that's what I fear about
Yeah.
the agentic coding. It's not deterministic. if it's gonna work one time on your machine, next time, even after the
No,
seconds you try it, it might not work actually. And I don't
it's
know,
not predictable. Yeah,
it's not a bug. It's a kind of a feature that you need to
yeah.
yeah, hell nah, brother.
Hell no, brother.
So
Uh,
so yeah, that's the this should fix the error, but
hmm.
dude,
I think we should
if it's not gonna
maybe
fix it
do we
this
have
time,
checkpoints? Do we have checkpoints on a cloud?
we have. But
Then we
if
can.
this time it should work though. Ah,
Okay.
finally. You see the infinite
Finally,
scroll
yeah.
lemma.
Cloud
If I
Dawn is
refresh,
HMB.
yes, it's just scrolling, and it implemented the inertia scroll correctly.
Yeah, it. So it's taking right now from persons.js or database. I think it's from persons.js, right?
Person.json. We can ask it to add more
Mm-hmm.
data entries also, but you get the point, right? What exactly?
Yeah, of course.
It's able to do the stuff correctly. Now it's a
Yeah, but
fresh
it is not
application.
quite good with the UI currently. I mean,
Because we didn't ask in our prompt to be focused on the UI. We just wanted to show the UI
hmm
functionality. So see, the more definite or more descriptive you are with the speech and specific task, the more smaller task you give it, the more
hmm
ability of performing it on the task, the quality of output will improve. Right now, we just ask it in a very broader terms that go ahead and just build us a demo of the inertia infinite scroll thing.
hmm
That's why it's not focused on any UI. Now, in the same prompt, if we have mentioned that UI, make sure the UI needs to be same as other components on the screen, then it might have gone extra mile to understand how the UI is implemented. It's using shardc, and then it would have used shardc in components here, like that. So
yeah.
again, the prompt and the task which you always said, you need to be as descriptive as possible. Always provide a
Mm.
small task. And right now, we didn't do one thing where it should be able to access the browser and see what exactly it has implemented. If you're using Playwright MCP directly, it will be able to spawn up the browser, gonna take a screenshot and see how exactly everything is looking.
I
Okay,
need that in Boost.
it's
Mm.
I think there is a high probability we should add this
High
very soon.
probability. Yeah.
I think we should add the Playwright MCP directly. But maybe there is another option which comes very nicely with the boost or something, then we could
hmm
see that one also. But yeah, I think at this
Currently,
point,
still we are not able to use full potential of Laravel Boost while working. So I mean, I'm still.
yes, there's a lot of things we can do, by the way, with the boost. Like not just this, there is another this npx agent browser also, which is created by the Vercel though, which is kind
hmm
of same as Playwright but very lightweight kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you ask AI to verify the output using this agent browser. It's gonna do
hmm
all sort of things and just gonna click, see how exactly it's working and all not working, and that's how it able to perform it also. So this is
It's
also good
interesting.
thing. This is also good thing if you're not wanted to run the very heavyweight playwright every single time. This is
hmm
a good option. I think we could. There is a possibility we could directly add this with a boost. But
hmm
yeah, but that's how currently
Is it lightweight? I mean, how much lightweight it is? Like 18 MB, like kind of, or
it's not in terms of the size, it in terms of the process, how much
oh,
CPU or the memory it took. Playwright starts your entire browser,
hmm,
not
yeah,
just a browser. It needs to run the entire engine. I don't know how does agent browser do it, but they are saying
hmm
that it does not do all sort of things. It's just a kind of a headless mode of browser, but not with all the functionality enabled, where it takes a lot of
hmm
things to do. So, for example,
yeah. So like Playwright will also provide headless, but I think it will. This will be a more performant for sure.
it's I haven't like I have tried the agent browser. It works really well. I haven't benchmarked it across the Playwright because on my machine I think Playwright also works really smooth. Haven't faced any
Yeah.
of the memory issues and the CPU issues. So if your machine it doesn't work very smoothly, then you might look for this alternative. But I like this because then it's not a MCP, it's a CLI tool.
Hmm.
Because then you don't have to set up extra step, go ahead every single time MCP. Once you install it and you add the extra additional guidelines, like whenever you have to interact with a into your guidelines.ai guidelines, you add this
Hmm.
one extra file where whenever you have to interact with the browser, use this tool and this is a documentation for this. That's it.
So basically, browser skill or kind of, I mean.
Kind of
Hmm. Hmm.
browser skill or maybe this skill. I think there is a skill created for this also. I've seen it.
Now you can also add this skill, and you need to install the agent browser and the skill, so it will gonna work.
See, agent browser skill is already there.
Oh,
You just need
sorry.
to
Patricio typed something, but yeah, here it is. Agent browser promises to speed up much less tokens because of the smart tagging of elements. Possibly.
Yeah, even I haven't tasted that part of thing. I just found it very nicely. It works really nicely. I asked
Mm-hmm.
it to make some UI changes, verify it correctly, match with the style and all sort of stuff. It was able to do it. It was able to also do the end-to-end testing with the paste. By the way, it's a very nice feature for the paste. So, like the same way
Hmm.
paste run playwright, I think it's a very nice. I think in the
Um.
future, paste could write a taste in a natural language.
Oh yeah. So there is a I was Patricio was also there. We were working with the playwright, so it is highly dependent on the playwright right now. So it actually like call webhook API of playwright behind the scenes when you like run the test with the browser test. So basically, all the methods you see are already exist on the playwright webhook. So we just
All right.
behind the scenes we call the webhook APIs with some options or some extra
Yeah.
options
Yep.
and configurations.
Yes.
So yeah.
I think you instead of playwright, I think paste can actually in future if it's feasible,
Mm, yeah,
it could use
possible.
this.
PS5. Nuno, if Nuno was there, he must got the PS5 ideas. But yeah, um, more deterministic.
Is
Yes.
there any other questions also?
There was one question. I don't think you want to answer, but let's go with that. Mm, it's bit crazy question. So why Boost is not supported in 8? So could be like PHP 8 or something Laravel 8.
Laravel 8 is way out
Uh,
of the life, man. In terms of the support, in terms of the security support also. So
mhm.
I don't think.
I
Uh,
get this question many times, like why it is not being. We cannot able to use it with Laravel 8.
so see, the behind the scene boost also coupled with Laravel in a very tightly
Yeah.
manner. So if we decided to do lot of use lot of Laravel 8 features, then we will not able
Mm,
to use a lot of Laravel 12 features also. So you
yeah.
see, if we don't keep that window of supporting a specific Laravel version, then it's very difficult to define like work with a package which. So let's suppose if Boost has been evolved at the time of Laravel 8, it would have definitely been added support for Laravel 10. But it has evolved only when the Laravel 12 was there, right? And I'm
Yeah.
saying in terms of the Laravel code. So for example, any helper function we need to use in the Boost code base, they are not there in Laravel 8. So
Yeah.
we have to kind of
Create
hand roll it.
polyfills, maybe.
Exactly. So that is not a good way, and that's why we decided to drop support for Laravel 10 also.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I have
And
also like dropped
now
Laravel
also
10 support for my some of the packages because some of the features are being added it at the like Laravel 45, 48. So it is quite hard to maintain. So we just dropped the Laravel 10. So I think it was good. Do you want to share anything? Because I think it's already more than an hour.
I think no, I think if you haven't tried
Use
a Boost yet
yeah.
now with any of the new projects or anything, thanks everyone guys. I think many of you guys are going, but have a good day. Thank you for nice words. Thank you for interacting. But if you haven't tried Boost before, this stream, or maybe still if you are thinking, should I try to boost or not? My like yesterday only I tweeted this thing. If you can pull up that Punyapal, or let me just quickly share the
Tweet?
screen. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, you can if you want, like you can
I'm
also
not gonna
like as
spoil
you
this
want.
for you guys. I'm just gonna share you a very small thing where how dramatically improve the performance in terms of the if you're not using the boost and if you're using the boost.
Oh yeah, yeah, I quoted it. I remember now. So I was also interested in to know that how you done that.
So I have created a benchmarks right now. They are not public at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So these are you seeing, these are actually the model which are there for each. I'm not going to tell you which model is doing which thing because they are for
Mm-hmm.
the internal purpose, and until we have QA'd them correctly and we are sure that these are uh, good to go for the
Accurate
public
enough.
release,
Hmm.
then only we're gonna publish it. But right now it's for the internal testing where we are wanted to see if Boost is useful or not, with the features or not.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you are seeing that some places the green runs are actually with the boost, and on the right axis, on the y-axis, you see the correctness of the code.
Mm. This one.
Yes, what is the success rate? So
Yeah.
if let's
So.
say agent runs any code, we try to run it across the some test cases and some evals, and then based on it, it's able to identify if it's a success or not. It has able to correctly done the test, like fix the bug or not. Basically, we ask it to implement, we have some failing tests, and if we done those failing tests on top of it, and we ask it if it's correctly done or not. So you see the green runs are actually with the boost, and the gray ones with the same models without boost. You can see
Mm-hmm.
the difference. It's really making the difference, and we have to make this different much more gap. So
Mm.
for example, if you're not using boost, then yeah, there is one model where boost has equally performed, but there is also reason that that model didn't call boost that many times what we thought.
Oh. Mm. Happens.
So it happens, it doesn't call the boost tools, it didn't call the skills correctly the way we wanted. And that's why you see the without boost and the boost is also same. I don't know why that
Mm-hmm.
model don't like to call tools a lot.
So
In the
this must
MCP
be
tools.
the key me.
I'm not sure which one is Kimi because I have to check also. But in terms of the Kimi K2.51, it is the best model in terms of the cost, in terms of the speed, and in terms of the success. So if you're looking for a general purpose model for the Laravel code, this Kimi K2.5. And if you want to use very high-end model, like then you don't have to worry about the cost and all sort of stuff. Then you can use any of the state-of-the-art models, Opus 4.6, GPT 5.3 codex.
Sure. Gotcha. You wanna share anything else?
That's it.
Okay. I think it was a good stream then. If you guys have any questions, you guys can ask, and we will wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes. If there will be no questions at all,
Is
we're
there
just
anyone in
gonna.
the stream right now? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, there are. So there are 5 people still watching.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I'm from the YouTube. I don't know about others. Gurpreet is still there. Okay, I think there is no questions. Do you wanna share anything at like last line for the stream?
Nothing. Just try boost. Let me know the feedback. I'm
Yeah.
active on Twitter with
Um.
Pushpak1300. If
Yeah, I
you
had one
came
question though.
across,
So basically, when I use some Claude or maybe like any agent and also use the Boost, right? And when I'm working with some UI part where I'm doing some JS, CSS stuff, which is totally unrelated to the guidelines and skills, right? At that moment, it also includes the guidelines and all, right? So it uses that context window at that moment. You know what I mean? So can be like how improve it So maybe like guidelines with some lace stuff and move remaining stuff to another skill.
Yeah, that's the plan, right? So see, now we have this benchmark ready. We're gonna write
Yeah.
in on bunch of the tasks, like the same way we did for the infinite scroll. Gonna did it for the new features of AI SDK, new features of framework, new features of all sort of stuff. We're gonna see how it behaves. Is there a gap in guideline? Can we move that gap? Can we fill that gap through skill? Now
Hmm.
we're gonna see what will happen if we remove, like, let's say if this guideline, and is the output gonna decrease from there? If it's gonna decrease, then we're gonna see, okay, the output is decreasing. It actually makes sense to keep this guideline into the guideline and not part of a skill. At the same time, if it not decreases, then we can actually safely decrease it. Now we have that definitive thing to taste all sort of things.
Gotcha.
So let's say Kimi K 2.5 on this
Yeah.
same day performed this way. We're gonna run it the same model next time with the same tools, with the same things, uh, same task, and just updated guidelines. I'm gonna ask it do it now. So yesterday, if you know, there is a bug which we fixed it because of the benchmark. There were a couple of two three bugs which were identified as a part of the eval thing, which we caught it and then fixed it in Boost because of the benchmark things. Because agents was not able to with the there was a small bugs into the guidelines, and because of it, agents were
So,
not able to
mm,
generate the correct code. Because of
yeah.
that, we identified, oh, this is a gap. We fixed a push.
Oh, yeah. So I think we need to keep updating the boost package, right?
So, and that's the thing which you saw also, right? There's so many releases every single day. I think in last week, I think there is four releases till now. I
Oh.
don't think another Laravel package which release frequency is that much.
Oh yeah, because now we are like focused on AI and kind of maybe our Laravel boost is still. I mean, 2.0 is released, right? So when you do a major release, you will need to do a small release frequently to solve the bugs. So it's
The,
quite
there,
normal, I
there,
guess.
there are bugs fixes, but not lot of, like, there are a lot of
Oh.
feature improvements, lot of guidelines improvements, lot of skill
Hmm.
improvements as well. So those
Yeah.
has been added in recent days, and I think in the next week also I have a couple of tasks in my backlogs which I think I can fix and create couple of releases very soon. So that's how the
Yeah.
things are very fast moving.
Yeah,
Every
today's
single day, new
stream is
things are coming.
today's stream is interesting. Like we are on already 1 hour and 22 minutes, and still 10 people are watching concurrently. So
That's nice.
we are also looking forward to watching the AI SDK stream. I'm not sure like it will be how it will be different from Laravel Talk of Taylor, but
It will be
yeah,
different. It will be different.
yeah.
I know that. I think it will be different. Definitely look at it. I think in the Taylor, Lara will just in the LaraCon talk, Taylor just gave the demo of how this feature works. In this stream,
So I had a one doubt, right? So basically, the amount of time Taylor worked on the AI SDK, right, and the AI part, I don't think so. The thing which he showed at Laracon India was enough of for that particular time. So he have built something else as well in the background and not just released it or not shown to everyone. That was my doubt because like this amount of time was like too much for just that particular part, right? So I'm still thinking.
I think
uh
he only works like, I think 1.5 months back.
I don't know, but no, 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 I think more than that because I'm looking to AI for a long now, AI SDK for a long now, so it's like more than
He
2 3 months.
he has this concept of creating this for like very long time. I think
Yep.
5 6 months now. But I feel uh, he has like worked only solo, like till the point of release. I think
Of
he has
course.
only until internal beta when he released for the Laravel team members. He
Hmm.
has worked on it. Only like we didn't even knew what was there, how it works, what is the syntax. We just knew like
Yeah.
Taylor used to share a couple of bits and pieces of how does this syntax. I'm trying to figure it out. Do you guys think
Puzzle.
this works or not? So that's what's there. But apart from that, we didn't know how does this work. The moment
Mhm.
internal beta got released, I tried to build it the same Laravel AI chat starter kit which I have. I have built it, and from that I still have that old copy. And now when I was looking at, I think couple of days before the Laracon India talk, I saw
Mhm.
there is still hundreds of things which has been improved in that small period of time. Like I think
Yeah.
2 weeks of times. Like literally, the whatever the work I have done, it's literally something which I have to redo again. Not it,
Yeah.
it was not a breaking change of sort, but it made my life. It's now building chatbots is way easier. Building vector
Mm.
stuff, rack stuff is way
So,
easier with the framework itself.
hmm, so will you gonna update the MCP package with which will gonna use AI SDK, or you it will be like if it is work, don't touch it.
I don't understand it. What is it?
Okay, so we have MCP package, right?
Hmm.
With help of that, you can build a MCPs,
Yes,
right? And it is like about similar to AI SDK as well, half of, right? You can create tools and all.
it's kind
So
of, but
now I think,
it's not. It's not. So there is a very big difference between AI SDK and the MCP stuff. AI SDK helps you helps your Laravel application interact with AI.
yeah.
And
Okay, so you will. Mm,
MCP stuff helps AI interact with your Laravel app. It's so
upside down.
there is this MCP application, then there is this MCP application, then in the middle there is a
Yeah,
Laravel app, and
gotcha,
then there is a AI SDK. So they
gotcha,
are on
gotcha.
two different sides of each other. They are not solving the same problem, and that's why you
Yeah,
think the tool is the same thing. What exactly there is the MCP and what there is in AI SDK, but it's not actually. It's quite different because in the
yeah,
MCP stuff,
gotcha. Okay, so you mean while with this MCP, AI can understand your application and interact with your application. It can be anything, and with the AI SDK, your application can interact with the AI.
yeah, kind of.
So yeah, vice versa. So it's cool, and of course we have like so many people active right now. I'm curious about this, but yeah, okay. So we can maybe end this, right?
Yeah, sure, we
Because it's
can.
already. Oh, we got one question. Uh, so if I'm migrating to UI, uh, so it was half, and another is like then does AI SDK would also help in the front end? I'm still thinking what he means, but
So, if I understood your question correctly, are you asking if I'm building any chat application for your into your Laravel
oh,
application, does AI
I don't
SDK will
understand.
help you in that? For now, UI functionalities wise, like any UI functionalities, it's not supported. But AI SDK provides you a two very good thing, which you can just play with any of the UI libraries. One
Hmm.
is a use Versal data protocol, and one thing is a use stream, the stream thing from the AI SDK packet. That plays very nicely with a different stream console thing. So if you want to just connect and listen from the front end to that back end with the AI SDK, you can just there is like literally one line thing which you have to run it.
Gotcha. Okay. So time for ending the stream. Thanks for joining and thanks to be till the end. It was like huge. Yeah, of course we done a stream after like, I think almost 2 weeks, but yeah, it was quite nice to have you all uh, watching concurrently till the end. So yeah,
Thank you.
bye bye.
Thank you
Thanks for
guys for
joining.
listening to us.
Yeah.